Hello, I'm Org, and in this video I'm going to be showing you two games in my Teike, which is a tier 2 Japanese gift light tank, which I've never actually shown on my channel before, despite having it for a long time. I'm assuming that's because it's basically just a Hago, but worse. So you see here we're on mines, and I am going to try and take the till. I am, after all, a light tank. Spot a T2 light. Take a shot and miss, no auto aim, and auto aim gets me, allows me to pop 2 shots into it. Don't take a third because a friendly tank's in the way, and I'm getting shot at by a few enemy tanks here, but I do manage to get to the top of the hill, and well, I take it for my team, but I'm also the only one who's made it up here. So I kind of figure my team will be able to hold them off from getting around behind me, and I'll instead go and see if I can spot and snipe some of the people who will be supporting the fight on the hill. You see a T7 rushing up to support the fight on the hill. Put 1 shot in, and then switch fire to artillery, who I've just managed to spot. Now I have a very clean shot on it over the hill, but it's enough to get the kill. And unfortunately, this game gets a lot worse for me from this point on. It's one of the games where I'm not sure whether I'm doing really well or whether I'm just really lucky and playing poorly. See the T7 looking at me, and I take a snapshot and pull back, then like an idiot, I go back out again and get my commander injured. And because I used my repair kit, my first aid kit earlier to heal up my driver, I can't actually heal my commander at this point. Which is actually really bad because my commander is also my loader and gunner. So as you see, I've got very poor accuracy and a very slow rate of fire right now. And that T7's looking at me again. I really should have learnt my lesson the first time and just not poke out. Anyway, I've taken damage and now I'm moving. And that was artillery just missing me. So I thought I'd come around here and try and shoot these tanks that are trying to flank us in the rear. But it looks like I've basically gotten here too late and there's only one I can shoot at, so I decided to go down and flank them. But yeah, I managed to track myself. And I used my repair kit earlier to fix my engine, which means I'm stuck here until this fixes. I take a shot at the T2 medium, but it dies before my shell hits. And now I'm just going to push into the enemy base. Oh, and it looked like artillery was firing at me from over there, I think. So I go over to investigate. Okay, I don't see anything. Okay, it must have come from somewhere else. Okay, pushing up into the base. The enemy's losing quite badly. There's only got 3 enemy tanks left. And the artillery is hopefully around here somewhere. There it is, sitting out in the open. Take a shot and it misses. The artillery turns towards me and I turn to make it a bit harder for it. And my shot bounces. And artillery manages to kill me. And I think that's the first time ever I've had a shell of mine bounce off an SU-18. But as I said, this is a game where I wasn't sure whether I was there. It kind of turned into a bit of a fast for the second half of that match, with me poking out at stupid times and getting shot, then tracking myself, and then managing to bounce off artillery. But luckily for me, we're going to win anyway. In a second, there we go. So yeah, I'm kind of actually glad that game was over. Started off alright, but did poorly. Managed to get first class mastery, and yeah, that's kind of okay. Didn't expect to be that good. And I'm also top of my team in experience, and also top in damage, which was really unexpected. Made us decent credits, but don't really care about that. So yeah, I'm not sure about that game, whether I just got really lucky and played stupidly, or whether I actually played well enough to get my team at least nudged along towards victory. Anyway, this next game, it is on Malinovka, and it's an encounter map, so I'm going to go and take the hill. And well, the Teike is kind of good for this fight, because it's got good gun depression. Downside is it's got poor armour, and it's not particularly fast. And well, there's the whole, it's only got 2 crew problem, which means the commander is also the gunner and the loader, and doesn't really do either job particularly well. Just wants a T7, and an aim, and a fire. Get 1 shot in. Second shot misses, but I don't think it actually had any chance of success anyway. And pulling up, and there's a T18, which is a very dangerous tank destroyer. Fortunately, it misses me. I take another shot, but that one seems to miss. Pull back behind this ridge line. I'm just trying to use my gun depression to just poke my turret over this ridge and give it a very small target. And we see an L tractor. Put 1 shot in, then realise the T18's charging me. Managed to put a shot through its plate there, and I managed to get out of its way and get behind it. And then of course I bounce. And there we go, managed to get the kill there. And the L tractor's coming at me as well. Kill number 2. And we've taken the top of the hill. There's only a single enemy L tractor as far as we know on this hill, and that's pulled back to prevent our moving down off the hill towards the enemy. Spotted T18, and at this range I couldn't penetrate it from the front, but fortunately it's giving me its side. Managed to put 1 shot in. Take a second shot, but it sounds like that one bounced. My Japanese isn't anywhere good enough to actually understand what my crew's saying. Oh, except for Nani, I know what that is. Anyway, it's time to start pushing down off this hill and put some pressure onto the enemy. There's the L tractor that's trying to block our escape. Well, not escape, our advance. And it doesn't survive very long under the fire from our allied T7s. And there's that T18 again. So I'm using the gun depression to poke over the ridge. This time it's giving me its rear, so of course I miss. Oh, and I take a shot from the Panzerjäger, which tracks me. So far I've actually taken no damage. Managed to kill the T18 there. Put a shot into the T2. And for some reason the Panzerjäger is not shooting at me. I'm assuming I'm unspotted at this point. Otherwise I can't imagine why the Panzerjäger wouldn't be trying to kill me since I was tracked. But anyway, the T7s have moved up to that building there. And I shall go out to try and support them as best I can. And I know there's a Panzerjäger up here in front of me somewhere that's not spotted. There's also a T2 medium that we saw pull behind the thing, and something's shooting at me. Oh, something hit me. It's a Panzerjäger on the ridgeline there. It misses me, but I managed to hit it, and I'm trying to get down low under its guns to force it to either pull back or come forward to try and fight me. One of my allies manages to track it, and those T7s behind me, one of them manages to kill it. And now I can poke up on this ridge and try and spot the enemy. A T2's coming around, and I take a shot, but it hits the dirt right in front of me. Second shot goes in though, and it's not actually giving me a very big target here. It's moving along behind the ridge lines, but I managed to put another shot in. I actually managed to bounce there, and I managed to kill the T2 despite it only showing me the very top of its turret. And now this artillery piece is the only remaining enemy tank. And I take a shot at it, and then I take a few blind shots. It was sitting still when I last saw it, but I figure it's probably moved by this point. And yep, it obviously did some damage to it. And now I managed to get the kill. And 5 kills, so I'm 1 short of a top gun, but I managed to get my ace mastery, which still is pretty good. And again, top of my team, 600 damage is actually really good for tier 2. And as you see, a lot of experience and a fair few credits. So that's the TK. It's a good tank, but it's kind of just worse than the Hargo. So yeah, it's still fun to play at times. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.